What's up, everybody? My name is Tim Roswick, and today we're talking about the self-determination theory and how you can use it to apply to your games to design your games around human emotional needs. So, if you've never heard of the self-determination theory, essentially it's a theory that was created by Edward Dietschy and Richard Ryan, and the idea was to create a theory that would kind of explain humans and why they enjoy things, what makes them happy, what makes them engaged in activities. Why is it that I like to make video games, but I hate to clean my bathroom? Like, technically, those are just two different things. And if I like one thing, why don't I like the other? And so this theory has kind of been used in a lot of psychology to explain human beings and to actually help people if they're really unhappy in their life or their work or whatever it is. You can kind of look at this theory and determine whether you're missing one of these elements. And basically, it comes down to three different elements. I will give you all three, and then we'll go through in each one individually. The elements are competence, autonomy, and relatedness. And what I want to propose today is that we can use this theory and those three components to design games that fulfill people's needs. Because when you play video games, a lot of times you want to fulfill a need, right? Like sometimes I want to play a game that has a really good story because I want to relate to it. I want to feel the emotions, right? Sometimes I want to play a game that I'm really good at so I can feel that I have like mastery over that, right? Like if I want to shoot some people in the head over and over and get hate mail on Xbox Live and then send them thumbs up and make them more angry because I'm a troll. Yeah, that's what I would do, right? So games give us these emotions by default, but what if we actually take a step back and actually designed our games around this stuff? So number one is competence. And basically competence is need to be effective in dealing with the environment. So the example I just mentioned, sometimes I like to pop into my favorite shooter and shoot some heads, right? Because I'm good at it. At least I like to think I'm good at it. It depends on who's in the room. But I like to pop in and I like to shoot things because I'm good at it. And I think one of the reasons why Halo had such a big impact on my life, specifically Halo 2, playing it every single day with my brother after school, every single day for hours and hours and hours. And then Destiny 1, when it came out, and I was playing the PvP, it became, those games were not games to me. Those games were hobbies because I felt like I had built this competence around the mechanics. I felt like I was good at these things, and because I was good at it, it made it really easy to hop in and just play. I didn't have to think, oh, well, what game should I play? Should I play this game? Should I play that game? No, I hop in, I do the same thing, but I'm good at it, so I keep doing it. So when you design your game, make sure your mechanics and your world and your enemies and all that stuff and your weapons, or if there are weapons, some games don't have weapons, my game doesn't have weapons. But whatever you're designing, make sure that you're designing for competence. Can someone effectively master your mechanics? Can they get good at using your game? Are there things that an advanced player can do with the same mechanics that the early user cannot do? Is there more advanced techniques beyond just your mechanic? Like the game Celeste does a really good job of this, right? Like there are things that you can learn to do in that game, and then when you finally discover that you can do other things, or you can take them to the next step, or you can jump on something or dash on something or regen your dash by jumping on something, it opens up a whole new set of possibilities. And really mastering the controls can give you that sense of competence. The next one is autonomy. You need to control the course of your life. This one, personally, for me in life, I think has played a major role in some of the emotions that I felt and some of the paths that I've taken in life. I have never, ever, ever been a dude to like get a job. I had one job my entire life. I worked at Circuit City when I was 16, and it lasted about 2 months. it was just not for me because I to be honest, it's not just the job thing. It's any kind of authority. I just don't do well with authority. Like if the teachers that I felt like were my friend and like we were working together, I always liked. The teachers that told me what to do, I didn't like. And I was always one of those rebel kids that just would just not listen to people. And my parents can tell you plenty of stories of me just, nah, not gonna do that. I know you said we got to do it, but not gonna do it. And like that was always part of my life. And I feel like that autonomy was a big need for me. It was bigger than the other two, I think, in a sense. And in video games, I feel like I want the same thing. Like if I feel too hunkered down into what I can do, I don't like it. Like I remember one of the reasons why I loved Halo's multiplayer so much was because of the custom games. Yeah, matchmaking was great, but like there are 10,000 custom options in Halo multiplayer. You can build custom maps, you can set custom game modes. I was always building maps and doing it. And I was doing that before you could even like do it in the game. I was modding Halo 1 and Halo 2. I was making all kinds of like I had a modded Xbox. I had all kinds of crazy stuff just to constantly change the course of what I was doing. And in games, I like that too. I happen to like open world games. I happen to like exploration. When I play games with Nicole, she likes to, do everything. She likes to do all the side quests, 100% of the side quests. Like we were playing Division together and she's going around doing every single side quest. And I'm like, can we just like play the game? Please, we don't need 100% it. Can we just like play? Like I don't like that sense of doing what someone else wants to do. I compromise, obviously, because life is about compromise, but I like the choice. I have like 100 hours into Fallout 3. I have probably 40 or 50 into Fallout New Vegas. I just have like ridiculous amounts of time in some of these open world games because I like the choice, but not even just open world games. Like I like the fact that even in linear story games that I've played, there's choice there. Mass Effect is one of my favorite games of all time. There's a lot of choice there. There's a lot of choosing your destiny. Matter of fact, I think Mass Effect is the only game in the entirety of all of my gaming history that I've played, and the second the credits roll, I went back to the menu and I started it over. I literally started the whole game over. I've never done that in any other game before. Mass Effect did that to me because it gave me that sense of control. And the third and final piece of this in the self-determination theory is relatedness. It's the need to have a close, affectionate relationships with others. This is also something that has really, really, really affected me strongly in life. I didn't have a lot of friends. I moved around a lot. We used to move 2-3 years every time. And so it's interesting when you look at it because I just stopped trying to make friends completely because every time I moved, I would have no friends again. So I was just like, fuck it. I'm not going to make any more friends. I'm going to go on the internet. My brother did the opposite. He got really good at making friends. He was like, oh, well, I'll just get good at, talking to people and doing all that. And so he was able to make friends everywhere we went. And I've always felt the craving for that relatedness, the craving for human connection, the craving for wanting to meet people or just never being good at it. And I've always used my work or my ability to be creative to connect with people. And that's actually what this channel is. That's why you're watching me right now. I think this is my deep intrinsic need for relatedness. I want to communicate with people and I want them to relate with me, and I want to create a community. That's always been the goal here. And I think when you're dealing with games specifically, there's so many ways to do this. Like, you can do this through story. You can do this through emotional journeys in, walking people through the relationships between other people. You can do this in abstract artistic form. Like you can create things that mean things to different people. For my example, my game Philophobia, love is literally the enemy. Love kills you. And there are a lot of ways that people take that. Like when you touch a heart, it kills you. A lot of people seem to take that different ways. Not just literally like love is killing you, but sometimes it's the thing that they love is killing them. Sometimes it's the person that they love the most that's hurting them. Like they put all of these meanings on these abstract meanings on this very core, simple little artwork, dude hitting a heart, like, and they relate with it, right? The game is relatable. That's one of the reasons why I got to the front page of Reddit. It's why the story has stuck with me. It's one of the reasons why I'm taking the game so seriously, because it's relatable. And I feel like if more games were relatable and they focused on that, they focused on not only the connections between people in the game, because sometimes there's not people in the game, right? Sometimes it's just you versus environment, or you versus another player, or whatever it is. Focus on the relatedness to the player. Are they going to relate to it? Are they going to understand it? Can they get meaning from it? All of those things are really, really important. And I think it's one of those things that you have to really think about when you're designing a game, because I don't think this stuff happens by accident. I think if you're a really good writer and you want to emotionally affect people, I think you can end up with some relatedness on accident. But for those of us that are trying to learn all this game dev stuff, I don't think it's going to happen by accident. So it's something you got to design. But that's all I got. Once again, we'll go through the three, just kind of recap. It's competence, the need to be effective in dealing with the environment. I would say that's pretty much mastery over the game, or the ability to get better at the game. Autonomy is the need to control the course of our lives. I feel like this is the ability to make decisions in games. It doesn't necessarily have to be open world games, but it can be, do I go left or do I go right? Do I jump here? Do I take the top passage or the bottom passage? Do I have enough freedom with my mechanics to do different things than my friend does? That kind of stuff. Just feeling like you're in control of the game. Relatedness is the need to have close, affectionate relationships with others. I think this comes down to whether or not they can relate with the game, relate with the story, relate with the characters, understand the needs of the people involved, understand the things that are going on in the game, and really draw meaning from them. And I feel like these three basic human needs from this theory can be used to design games, and that's what I'm going to do moving forward. Philophobia definitely falls into some of the stuff. So now that I'm aware of this, whenever I make an emotional game, a game that I really want to connect with people, I think this is one of the perfect ways to do it. So I hope you found this useful. If you did and you want to see more videos like this, hit the subscribe button down below. If you like it, leave me a like and a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts on this. Do you like this type of video? Do you like this theory? Do you like, hearing stuff like this, how other stuff outside of the world of game dev can interact with game dev, and how we can kind of use it to make better games? Let me know down in the comments below. Let's start a conversation down there. Once again, my name is Tim Roswick, and I'll see you again tomorrow.